Psalm 3, a psalm of flight, accusation, protected sleep, and morning courage. Here, a hunted king leaves Jerusalem with enemies multiplying behind him, and voices declaring that even God will not save him. Yet beneath the open night sky, the Lord remains his shield, his glory, and the lifter of his head. The danger does not disappear before morning, but fear loses its throne. Let us listen. I am Psalm 3, the prayer of the hunted king, the song of the night road, the voice that awoke beneath danger and found the Lord still near. I was born in flight. I did not rise from a throne room, nor from the ordered courts of worship, nor from the safety of walls. I came forth beneath an open sky, where footsteps hurried into darkness, and the city receded behind them. I remember a king leaving Jerusalem. I remember grief walking beside him. The rebellion had not come from a distant nation, but from within his own house. The wound wore a familiar face. The crown remained behind, the road opened into wilderness, and voices followed after him saying, "There is no salvation for him in God." I was born under the weight of those words. For there are enemies who threaten the body, and enemies who strike deeper, who interpret suffering as abandonment, who look upon affliction and declare that heaven has turned away. I awakened to answer them, not with denial, not with the boast of a man untouched by fear. I rose from trembling prayer, from a head bowed low, from a body laid down upon uncertain ground. And when morning came, I discovered that God had kept watch while the king slept. I am the psalm of that awakening. The danger had not vanished, but fear no longer ruled the heart. I remember the first cry, "O Lord, how many are my foes!" I remember the word many, repeated like footsteps closing in. Many were rising against him. Many were speaking against his soul. Many had gathered around the ruin they expected to witness. I remember the pressure of being outnumbered. The king did not hide it. He did not pretend the enemies were few. He did not call danger illusion. He named what surrounded him. And then I remember the cruelest sentence, "There is no salvation for him in God." I remember how those words entered the night. They did not merely say, "He will lose." They said, "God will not save him." They placed themselves between the sufferer and the hope of heaven. They looked upon the fleeing king and pronounced divine rejection. I remember the shame of that moment. His throne had been abandoned. His honor had been cast down. His people were divided. His own house had become the source of revolt. And now the watching world said that even God had forsaken him. But then I remember the turning. "But you, O Lord." I remember how everything changed inside those words. The enemies had spoken about God. The king spoke to God. "But you, O Lord, are a shield about me, my glory, and the lifter of my head." I remember the shield, not only before him, not only upon one side, around him. The king who felt encircled by enemies remembered himself more deeply encircled by God. I remember the word glory. The glory of the throne had been stripped away. The praise of men had turned unstable. The dignity of kingship had fallen into dust. Yet the Lord remained in his glory. What the crowd withdrew, God still gave. What rebellion humiliated, God still knew. And I remember the lifting of the head. Shame bends the neck. Grief lowers the eyes. Fear trains the body to look only at the ground before it. But the Lord lifted his head, not through flattery, not through denial, through presence. Then I remember the cry rising aloud. I cried aloud to the Lord, and he answered me from his holy hill. The king had left Zion, but Zion's God had not left him. The distance between the fugitive and the holy hill did not prevent the answer. I remember that well. For the Lord was never confined to the walls David had fled. The king had lost his place, but not his access. The throne of heaven remained near, even in wilderness. Then came the night. I lay down and slept. I remember the vulnerability of that sentence. The enemy was still awake. The rebellion had not ended. No treaty had been signed. No battlefield victory had been announced. Yet the hunted king lay down. He released his vigilance. He closed his eyes beneath danger. He entrusted the hours he could not guard to the God who does not sleep. And then I awoke again, for the Lord sustained me. I remember morning entering me then, not with trumpet or army, with breath. The king opened his eyes. He had passed through the night. His waking became testimony. The simple return of consciousness was received as mercy. He had not sustained himself. The Lord had sustained him. I remember the confidence that rose after that. I will not be afraid of many thousands of people who have set themselves against me all around. The number had not changed. The thousands were still thousands. The danger had not been exaggerated before and was not minimized now. But fear had lost its command. The king who had awakened by grace could face what still surrounded him. Then I remember the cry becoming bold. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God. I remember that this was no passive trust. The king who slept in faith also prayed for action. He called upon the Lord to rise, to strike down violent power, to break the teeth of those who would devour. And I carry that image, not as delight in cruelty, but as a plea that the jaws of oppression be rendered powerless. Let those who consume the weak lose the strength to bite. Let violence be disarmed. Let the hunted be delivered. Then I remember the final declaration. Salvation belongs to the Lord. I remember how perfectly it answered the accusation. They had said, there is no salvation for him in God. The king replied, salvation belongs to the Lord. They did not own the verdict. They did not define the reach of mercy. They did not decide whom God could save. Salvation belonged to the Lord alone. And then at the end, the prayer widened. Your blessing be on your people. I remember the tenderness of that closing. The king was still in danger, yet he remembered the people. He did not end with himself, even in flight, even beneath betrayal, even while pleading for rescue. He carried the covenant community in prayer. This is what I hold. Enemies multiplying, accusation piercing, a shield remembered, a bowed head lifted, a cry answered from the holy hill, a body sleeping under threat, a mourning received as mercy, courage rising, salvation reclaimed, and blessing spoken over the people. I exist to teach the soul how to trust through the night. I was given so that faith would not be mistaken for the absence of fear. I begin with alarm. I name the enemies. I repeat the word many. I carry humiliation openly. I endure because those who suffer are often told that their suffering proves God has abandoned them. Some enemies wound with violence. Others wound with interpretation. They look upon the afflicted and say, if God were with you, this would not be happening. I was written against that cruelty. I remain to say that a person may flee and still be held. A king may lose his palace and still possess his shield. A head may bow beneath grief and still be lifted by God. I endure because divine presence must not be confused with visible ease. The Lord may sustain before he removes the danger. He may give sleep before he gives victory. He may answer from the holy hill while the faithful remain in wilderness. I exist to reveal that rest itself can become an act of trust. To sleep is to surrender the illusion that vigilance alone preserves life. The hunted king closed his eyes because another watcher remained awake. I endure also because every morning carries testimony. I woke again. The sentence may seem small until one has crossed a night of fear. Then waking is no ordinary thing. Breath is evidence, morning is mercy. I remain because courage is not always born from changing circumstances. Sometimes the enemies remain many. Sometimes the road remains uncertain. But the heart has remembered who sustains it, and therefore fear no longer sits upon the throne. I endure because salvation belongs to the Lord, not to rumor, not to the judgment of enemies, not to appearances, not to the voices that interpret suffering from afar. The Lord alone possesses salvation, and I remain because even wounded prayer must learn to whiten. The one who cries, "Save me," may still end by saying, "Bless your people." Personal pain need not consume the whole horizon of love. My dear reader, when the voices multiply around you, do not mistake their agreement for truth. Many may rise, many may speak, many may look upon your grief and tell you what they imagine God has decided. Do not give them the throne of interpretation. Turn, say, "But you, O Lord." Let those words interrupt the fear. Remember the shield around you. Remember that glory is not finally what people grant or withdraw. Remember the one who lifts the head shame has bowed. Cry aloud. The holy hill may feel distant. The place of worship may seem far away. Your familiar world may have fallen behind you. Still cry. The Lord's answer is not imprisoned by the distance you feel. And when night comes, lay yourself down. Not because there is no danger, not because every enemy has vanished, but because you were never meant to hold watch over your own soul without end. Entrust the hours beyond your strength to the God who sustains. And when morning comes, do not pass over it carelessly. Say, "I woke again." Receive the ordinary miracle. Let breath become gratitude. Let waking become evidence that mercy held you while you slept. Then rise. The many may still be many, but they are not God. Fear may speak, but it need not reign. Ask the Lord to arise. Ask him to save. Ask him to break the power of what would devour. And answer every voice of despair with the truth I carry. Salvation belongs to the Lord, not to your enemies, not to your shame, not to the visible arrangement of power, to the Lord. And as you pray for yourself, remember the people. Let your suffering deepen compassion rather than narrow it. Let the prayer that begins in danger end in blessing. I am Psalm 3, the prayer of the hunted king, the song of the night road, the living witness that the Lord may not remove every enemy before dawn, yet he can sustain the soul through darkness, lift the bowed head, awaken courage with the morning, and teach the fearful heart to sleep beneath his shield. Thank you for joining us on Persona, the living voice of the Psalms. We hope you felt the spirit of this text and the heartbeat of its story. Join us again as we listen for another timeless voice.